Ewan McGregor, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
You're in Angels and Demons, so which one are you?
I suppose a bit of both, like everyone else, really. You know, to different degrees, at different times.
Well, tell everybody who you play.
I play the Camerlengo.
I love that. Of course you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Camerlengo, the Pope's right-hand man, and there's a Vatican law that when the Pope dies, the Camerlengo is effectively in charge of the Vatican for the period of time between the Pope's death and the election of the new Pope.
And that's
which is when the story starts.
So why I shouldn't even say why are Catholics upset by Angels and Demons when it's really the Catholic League, which is something else entirely than the Catholic Church being
but
upset.
I don't know that
why
they
would
are.
They?
I don't think that they. The truth is that it's a very old school, if you like, fast-paced thriller with a bomb ticking away in the background that's set in the world of the Vatican, which is an interesting world that we don't know much about. And it's a high-powered world, so the stakes are quite high. And there's nothing anti-Catholic about it, there's nothing anti-Christian about it, or, you know, if I'd read it and felt that it was... I'm not a religious person, I don't follow any faith, but I wouldn't be involved in something that I thought was anti-anybody's faith. Life's too short, I don't have any desire to do that.
Open the doors. Evacuate St. Peter's Square and tell the world the truth. Choose life, choose a job, choose a career, choose a family, choose a big television, choose washing machines, cars, compact disc players and electrical tin openers.
So you start with Shallow Grave, then you do Train Spotting, you do another movie for Danny Boyle, Life Less Ordinary, where you're actually singing with Cameron Diaz.
Right.
Are we going to see you in another Danny Boyle movie?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, because we haven't spoken in years, Danny and I. There was a falling out of sorts, I suppose, over the beach, and it was quite a messy and hurtful time, and so we've never spoken to each other since then, which is a great shame because I loved working with him more than anything. I feel like my relationship with him as a actor and director was quite unique. I really loved him and I loved working with him. And I felt like maybe out of all the directors I worked with, he got the best work out of me. So it's a great shame that we don't work together anymore. But at the same time, it would be quite difficult now too, I think.
Even after all these years?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
I know. It's a shame, but
I'm going to create an intervention.
Yeah, maybe you should do that. Yeah, get us
Bring Danny
together,
in.
yeah.
Was he out there? You know, yeah. Let's start
You
this
thought
now.
you were coming here for an interview?
No, it's not. This is what it is. This is your life, Ewan McGregor. That's exactly what's going on here. I'm sitting looking at Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm sitting looking at it.
Right.
This is you.
Right.
3 times.
Yeah.
So you had 3 times.
Yeah.
It's kind of you. You know, it's Alec Guinness and you.
Well, I'll always think of it as Alec Guinness, you know. I mean, I had to, because he was, you know, Star Wars from when I was a child was extraordinary, wasn't it? And my job was to try and play, if you like, Alec Guinness as a younger man. So I had him. I created my Obi-Wan Kenobi from his performance, you know, which was my challenge, I suppose, on that, to try and take this older man and make him a younger man.
Obi-Wan. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
I'm sorry for my behavior, Master. It's not my place to disagree with you about the boy.
I went up there and met George, and he showed me around, and he was showing me around all the sets. And they were building, there was a scene in the first Star Wars film that I made, in a submarine with Liam Neeson and Ahmed. And we go down, you know, and he took me into this room, and there was guys with huge, massive, big blocks of polystyrene, and they were carving this submarine shape out of the polystyrene blocks, you know, and there was a cockpit there, and I could see they were, and he was showing me it, and I said, does it go underwater? And he looked at me like I was nuts, you know, George. He went, it's not, none of it real, you know. And a little part of me inside went, oh no, what a shame.
You just die inside.
And the whole experience was a bit like that. There was none of it real, you know. And the more we did of them, the less real it became. The more green screen scenes there were, the more blue screen scenes there were, and the less and less physical sets or props there were, till the very end of the movie, you know, the very end of the last movie, where I deliver Luke Skywalker to Uncle and Aunt Peru in the desert was literally a green stage with a green floor and a green mound for that they were standing on, and I was on a green gym horse, you know, like a solid green gym horse that didn't move or anything. There was no hydraulics in it, and I had a baby that wasn't a baby in my arms, and
even the
blankets.
baby was fake.
And they said, okay, you come in on the thing, and I was like, what is it? And they were like, oh, show the actor a picture, and they showed me a picture of the animal I was supposed to be riding, and I had the fake baby, and they went action, and I had to pretend I was riding in on something that didn't move like this, and get off, and then walk over and give the baby to Aunt Peru, and Uncle Owen came over, and then I walked back to the thing, and I looked back, and for me, it's like it's the end of my trilogy of movies. It's a big moment, you know, and I get back on my wooden block that doesn't move, and look over my shoulder and pretend to walk off again like this, and George is shouting to Uncle and Aunt Peru, look at the moons! Look at the moons! And they don't know where the moons are. They're like, where the moons
Are they green too? Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
it's
it's like,
just
what are they?
It's just, I mean, it became more and more like that.